wonderful story. Pay attention. This is a wonderful story which explains something very interesting things about mathematics. And this story originates in a part of India which is called Rajasthan. Rajasthan. It's in the western part of India, and large part of it is desert. Desert means dry, very little water, and lot of sand. We have been to Rajasthan. I think Anjali was there? Okay, you have been to there also, Anjali. And lot of tourists go there to experience the sand when the wind blows.
The cool sand?
Listen. When the wind blows, the sands are all separated little things, right? They are not joined together, so they blow with the air. And when the wind stops, they make sand dunes. So every hour, every day, you will find hills and valleys in different places. Right now it is low and sand dunes are here. Then the wind blows, the sand moves from here to there, and this becomes like a hill and then like a valley. So this shape keeps shifting based on the wind. And when the sun sets or sunrise, this sand, because they're like crystals, they change colors. So you have all, sometimes it is purple, sometimes it is blue, green, yellow, orange, all this with the sunlight, beautiful views, and it changes, like you're looking at it and the colors are changing. So people go there to see this. But in sandy area, you cannot build roads easily because roads will sink. Right? You have to put lot of stones and concrete to build roads, which is difficult and expensive. So people travel on camels. Okay? And on camel, too many people cannot sit on the back of the camel. Maybe one or two. They make a little seating arrangement. So one or two or small size people, 2 or 3 can sit. And then the long neck of camel, and you're sitting on the camel. You're always moving like this. As the camel walks, you're always moving like this. Yes? And the owner of the camel has a rope attached to the camel's nose, and he holds the rope, and if it pull this way, the camel will turn this way. If it loosen this way, the camel will turn that way, and they go from one place to another. And some place near the sand dunes, they stop. They have some tea or water or something to eat, and they watch. Okay? And we have done that. So there was one guy who had lots of camels. That was his business. He had lots of camels, and he had hired a lot of other people who each one will operate one camel, walk with one camel, and people will sit and all day they come back. So this man, when he got very old, he said, I cannot do this anymore. He wants to give his camels to his sons. Did I give you a few camels? You do this business. I give you some camels and I give you some camels. Okay? So he said the eldest son, because he has family and kids, he will give him more camels. So the eldest one will get. Oh, can you pull up the other pen? Okay.
That's a sharp one.
Yeah, but I thought it ran out of it. So for the eldest one, he said, take half of the number of camels I have.
Yeah.
Okay? The second one, he said, okay, you take 4/5. And the third one, he said, you take, not 4/5, sorry,
Okay.
1/5. Yeah, 1/5. And the third one, 1/4. 1/4, 1/5, 1/5. 1/2. Okay? Which means this is a fraction, right? Suppose he had 10 camels, right? So the first one will get 5, right?
Yeah.
Second will get
2.
1 out of 5 is same as 2 out of 10, right? So 2 out of 10, so he gets 2, and 1/4,
Not an even breakdown.
you know, if he had 10, he will get
2.5. Go 100 camels.
okay, 5, 2, suppose he gets 3. So this is,
10. All 10.
yeah, okay. 5, 2, 3. But he had 19 camels.
19.
So he said,
Yeah.
first son get half of it, second one get 1/5 of it, third one get 1/4 of it. Okay? So they say, okay, half of 19 is 9.5. Right? Half equals 9.5. He said, how do you do 9.5 of a camel? You can't have half camel. Can you imagine? You have to cut a camel into half to say this is 9.5. He said, all the kids were shocked. He said, how can my father do this? And the second one, he said, you get 1/5. So he said, how do you get 1/5 of 19? It will be 3 and something. Right? He said, no, that doesn't work. 1/4 does not work either. 1/4 will be about 4 and something. You cannot cut camels to distribute. So they were discussing and thinking, and everybody was tense, nervous. I said, what, how do we do this? So another camel owner, he was walking by, he said, what's the problem? What is happening? He said, you know, my dad has 19 camels, and he says you take half, 1/4 and 1/5. So he said, you know, I have an idea. The camel I have, I'm donating it to you. You keep it. You keep it. Then the problem is solved.
10 and 10.
So he said, oh, so 19 plus 1, he got 20. So the first one gets half of 20 is 10. Second one gets 1/5 of 20, which is 4. No.
Yeah.
4. And third one gets 1/4 of 20, which is
5.
5. No.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's right, yeah.
So everybody gets, so the first one gets 10, the second one gets 4, and the third one gets 5. But one camel is left.
Right.
Because 10 and 4 is 14 and 5 is 19.
They need another camel.
So one camel is left. He said, oh, this is my camel. Because I donated it to you, I know you don't need it anymore. So he took his camel back. Everybody is happy. The guy didn't have to give up his camel. And everybody said, okay, they got 1/4. After using 20, one is left because he had only 19. He said, okay, you had only 19, I gave you 1. So now I take it back. So he was happy, everybody was happy.
Yay.
So so he didn't have to cut the.
So
cut
happily
it.
ever after the end.
So interesting, Matt. You learned fractions about it. The problem here is all this thing doesn't add up to 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So how just adding a 1, now what do you learn from this story? First of all, you learn a lot about fractions. Second thing, little bit of help you can give to solve a problem of other people. You don't lose anything. The man got his camel back in the end. But the problem was solved. Isn't it an interesting story? Right? Interesting story.
There.
So,